What is going on? What is going on? What is going on? This is Trade Digital 89. Today we're gonna do a blockchain technology lesson, a free course. We're gonna do it. Let me make sure the connection is good. Cause my connection has been awful all day. So let me make sure connection is good. Hold up. My connection has been awful all day. Okay. So all right, so connection is good. So today we're going to teach. Oh, hold up. Oh my goodness. Let me edit. It was a typo. Okay. Welcome. So it's welcome to blockchain course. So this is a free blockchain course that normally you can get on my website, but I'm going to be teaching this in the beginning. So this is like a tool, especially how ChatGPT teach everything. So I'm gonna just teach y'all the origin and everything, so you can understand what blockchain is, the origin of it, so you can be able to understand what cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency, it's a token that utilize the technology of blockchain. So, all right, so let's get into the PowerPoint. So we're gonna get into the PowerPoint of it. You don't have to see my face. Hold up. Let me see. Let me see. Can y'all see me? All right. All right. So this is. Let's see. So this is blockchain technology. What the heck is this? All right. Let's present. So, welcome to blockchain technology, the future of technology. And when we talk about the future of technology, it's the fact that we understand about artificial intelligence. That's like the most pivotal thing right now that's going on in the world, in the world that's in the world right now. But we don't really have an understanding with blockchain technology, the capabilities that it can do, and the capability it could do to be very, very helpful in the world as well. So let's continue. All right, so blockchain intuition. Well, what is blockchain? We're gonna be learning about what is blockchain. We're gonna learn about cryptography, understand the SHA-256 hash, immutable ledger, distributed peer-to-peer, which is P2P network, and how mining work, the knots, and what is blockchain. So the history of blockchain. Blockchain has the potential to grow to a bedrock of the worldwide record-keeping system, but it was launched just 10 years ago. It was created, well, it's more than 10 years ago. It was created by an unknown person behind the online cash currency Bitcoin under the basically his name. He's anonymous, so it's a Satoshi Nakamoto. So he created this white paper that created this technology that created Bitcoin. So people really don't know who this person is. All right. So we're gonna talk about what is blockchain. So we have multiple definitions. Then I'll let you know my definition of it. So this is one definition. It's a records called blocks, which is linked and secure using cryptography. Blockchain, sometimes referred to as a distributed ledger technology (DLT), makes the history of any digital asset unalterable and transparent through the use of decentralization and cryptographic hashing. Blockchain is predicated to replace the internet and reform a moderated moderate transaction of money. All right, so my definition of blockchain is basic. It comes down to this: blockchain is a decentralized network, and it have a list of records inside each blocks. So when you look, so for example, you have a centralized network, which is the banks. The banks control all your records. They control your finances. They can control every transactions. They can control um, your house deeds, your shares. Everything is controlled by a centralized bank. It's controlled by one source. But a blockchain, which is peer to peer and is decentralized, is controlled by whoever is in the network. So it's a network peer to peer. It's a network with a bunch of nodes that control their block, controls everything that's inside their block, which is great because it's very, very transparent because everybody everybody control what they deliver and what they accept. And it's within this network compared to a centralized network that one person controls everybody's information. And let's say it's a like what's going on now, what's possibly going on now with the banks crashing and um America owed this amount of money that America is going to go default because they can't pay their taxes. Or back in the 60s, people had to they got rid of the gold standard and people had to get rid of gold. So it's one basically everything goes to the government. The government is a centralized system, but a blockchain is a decentralized system. We in control of what we have, and we can be able to buy and trade assets together, which is cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency, the people creates the value of that particular cryptocurrency, whether it's a cryptocurrency or is a tokenized currency as well, which is under Ethereum network, which we'll get into later. So to summarize and to explain what a blockchain is, so you see these blocks right here, right? So let's look at these blocks as your house. So these blocks are your house, and your house have a particular number. So your house can be 128 this could be 128 on Fair Street. This could be 129 Fair Street, and this can be 130 Fair Street. So these three houses is on this block on Fair Street. So the block, the name of the block and whatever is Fair Street, and it's inside New Jersey. So it's inside New Jersey. So let's say New Jersey is a network, which these neighbors could communicate with each other on Fair Street. So the best thing about this particular technology is the fact that it can't be hacked because each block have a copy of the previous block nonce, which is a number only used once. So the number only used once is a number how they well, let me go back. Basically it's a hash. It's not a nonce because a nonce get the hash. So it's pretty much like the finger. So everybody, so when you go to like when you go to a job or something and you have your fingerprint, like how a hash is. In the network, everybody have a copy of each other's hashes. So if somebody is being malice to the network, they will have to hack every block within the network. So it's kind of like if one person on a block on Fair Street get robbed, everybody knows that person. So if there's a new person coming on the block, everybody know that, okay, this is a new person on the block. Everybody's a new person on the block. There's a new person on the block. So everybody within Fair Street, within New Jersey, within that particular street, know there's an intruder coming. So if an intruder come and try to rob one of those blocks, they won't get far because every other block knows an intruder in there. Every other block know that 128 128 Fair Street have a basketball court. Now let's say a basketball court is robbed. They know, okay, it's a true came and true to rob them, so they can't go too far. So it's kind of, so let's use them. So using that metaphor, going back to what blockchain is, you cannot hack. The system and the technology can't be compromised because you have to hack every block at the same exact time within the network, which is impossible because everybody have a copy of each other's hashes. So let me show you that, for example. Let me show you that, for example. Let me see. Let me stop sharing and let me share again. So basically, let me share. Hope we can see what's in it. Okay, right here. All right. So you go to tools.super data science, you can see what it is. So you see right here, so it says implement some data. So I can mention hello world, right? So I implement some data right here and it creates a hash. So it creates a hash. That's our identifier. This could be considered a block that's inside our network, which is inside our block, which is inside Fair Street. So a intruder can't come, if he come and hack this, let's go to the actual block. So now you got the that's how it creates, and then it mines it, and then when it mines, it goes to the next block, right? I don't know why it's taking so long. It froze right here. Why it froze? All right. So we what? Let me see. Let me go back. All right. So that means that's green. So that block was hashed. That block is on to the next. So you see right here. So this is actual blockchain. So this is kind of like, look at this within the network. This is a network. So we have 3 blocks within the network. So the first block. So the first block is always going to have only one hash because it's within the network, within the chain. So I mine that. So when it mines, go turn green. So what it's going to do is going to these algorithms and it's trying to create some type of hash algorithm. So it creates hash, and the zeros represent the difficulty. We'll describe that there. So this is the next block. This is the second block, right? So you see this hash rate block. So this block have a copy of the previous hash, and that helps the fact that it can be able to prevent hackers to try to hack the system, tear it up. So when you hear people talk about cryptocurrency like, oh, it's a scam, it's people is scamming people to like pump and dump. But this actual technology is awesome because the protection and security is probably the best ever. Because you will have to hack every single block for the network to shut down. So you see, you have the previous block. So if I mine that, it's going to go to the next block. It's going to turn green, go to the next block, right? So create a hash, and then you see the hash is the same as this one. Now, and you see this hash is there. So I can implement some data, and when I implement some data, it's changing this hash. And when I mine it, it's going to the other one. So you see right here. So this hash right here, they got it. So let's say I want to just like destroy something. I want to just implement some H right here, right? So you see I implemented H. All right, so you see the hash is the same. Implement H. Now it changes everything. So whatever is there is no longer there, and that hash completely changes. So if I mine that, it's going to pick up that hash. So now whatever was there they don't have. They say, okay, I got the copy of what's new and what's next. So if intruder call, everybody for the previous OR, they got a copy of it, and that could be like 1,000, 100,000. It's a wrap. So you will have to hack everything at the same time. That's why the security of this is amazing. It's amazing. So now let's stop it here, and then we go continue on with the lesson right here. So we basically explain the origin of blockchain and what it does. So now let's go to present. All right, let's see now. Let's see. All right. So now we get into cryptography. For people that want to understand what the hashes mean, what certain codes mean, and deciphering codes, there's a book that's super awesome. It's called The Code Book. The Code Book, it has so many different ciphers in there. You could be able to kill on that. So what is cryptography? Cryptography is a method of protecting information and communication through the use of codes so that only those for whom the information is intended can read and process it. The prefix crypt means hidden, or vault, and the suffix graphy stands for writing. So it's like I'm sending something I'm sending something to somebody, and for them to be able to receive it, they got to understand what I'm sending them. And what I'm sending them back in the day, when they used to give out messages, they give out messages for only people that's the allies could understand to keep from intruders back then. So it would be cryptographic, and for them to decipher, they could be able to decipher whether is different thing, whether it's a Caesar cipher or it's like so many different ciphers. They could be able to decipher it, and they could be able to receive the message. For to keep the enemies away, for them not knowing what's going on. In computer science, cryptography refers to secure information and communication techniques derived from mathematical concepts and a set of rule-based calculations called algorithms to transfer messages in ways that are hard to decipher. These deterministic algorithms are used for cryptographic key generations, digital signing, verifications to protect data privacy, web browsing on the internet, and confidential communications such as credit card and transactions and email. So you'll see a lot of that. You'll see a lot of that on when you log in and they want you to have like a really, really hard password. You want to put that in there. And also when you see certain transactions, you'll usually see some type of numbers that is generated through some type of cryptography to be able to secure your information. So it's like that. All right, so the Caesar cipher. So basically going to the Caesar cipher. Caesar cipher is a simple method of encoding messages. Caesar cipher uses substitution methods where letters in the alphabets are shifted by some fixed number of spaces to yield an encoding alphabet. A Caesar cipher with a shift of 1 would encode an A as a B, an M as an N, and C as an A, and so on. So basically, it's shifting. Basically, the letters are shifting. So basically, what they say, A Caesar cipher would shift of 1 would encode as A as B. So Z would be A would be B would be C, D would be E, and E would be D. So it'll be shift like that. Oh, it says it right here. So you see, all right. So all right. So if it's shift, let's say it's shift 3. So A would be D, B will be E. So it's shifting 3. So there's certain Caesar cipher. If it's shift 1, let's say it's shift 1, it would be like Z will be A would be B, like I was saying before. If we want to do a Caesar cipher that shifts 2, A would be B, A would be B, B would be C, C would be. You see what I'm saying? So it would be like that. So A would be B, B would be C, and then it would be so on because it's a Caesar cipher by 1. Now by 3, you see by 3, A will be D, B will be E, C will be F. So it's going by 3 on this one. And the reason why this is important because I'm not saying this create hashes, but it creates some type of code that could be deciphered by whatever sender. So you know by whatever receiver. So if I'm sending something, I'm sending a message to somebody, and they know a Caesar cipher, they could be able to decipher it to be able to receive the message. So that's what they do. 256 hash. That's a cryptographic hash algorithm. A message digest or a cryptographic hash is a signature to set off a data file or text. As the 64 digits suggest, SHA-256 generate a 256-bit or 32-byte signature for a text. So you see a plain text. A text could be a picture. It could be a message. It could be like how I put before. Hello world can be that. So it goes to this hash algorithm. Like when I put on that block. So you saw when I put on that block, it created something. So let me show a preview for that, how that works. Just just showing that particular situation. Uh, so I'm about to end this soon because the computer, I don't know why it's so slow. Let me stop sharing. All right, so basically, let me share this one thing to explain that particular thing for super data science, right? So going back what hash is, right? So so basically when you look at plain text, you look at hash and then it generates something. So this is going through that whole process of a message or a picture implement what you implement in something. So hello world is considered some type of data information I'm trying to send to somebody. And then it creates a hash. I could just add one thing and it creates a different hash. So it creates a different message because it's going to these algorithms. And then the nonce is a number that is trying to get that golden number. Once you get that golden number, it creates this hash. But we'll do that on the next course. We'll do that on the next course. So we'll stop it here, about 24 minutes. I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Very informative. Shout out to everybody that followed me on Twitch. Um, Trade Digital 33. Please follow me there. Get all the information, all the good stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna do a part 2. So make sure you tune in for part 2. Very great informative video for people that want to learn blockchain technology. So my name is Trade Digital. Welcome to Blockchain Course, and see you when I see you. Peace out.